Welcome, everybody. We are playing Brandy Station, guys, and in this particular battle, we're leading just a small group of the 33rd Massachusetts, the Union, to go ahead and attack the Brandy Station position and try to get rid of the Confederates there. I don't know how difficult this battle is going to be, but again, we are not going for like a large group of men. We're just pretty much controlling a small group here. To attempt to, of course, alleviate the situation over there. If you guys see off in the distance, that's going to be where the enemy is, and we need to use our cavalry here, the 5th U.S. Cavalry, to be able to break them. So let's go ahead, and we are on the move. I'm being pretty cautious initially. I don't believe I control these guys, but if I did, that would be pretty cool. We might actually control them. Yes, we do. These are just going to be artillery, etc. So what I'm going to try to do is actually move this artillery all the way to the front line, or as close to the front line as I can get it. Somewhere like right there in column. And the only reason we're moving in column formation, obviously, is to try and get here quickly. That's really the only reason to do this. And of course, the main problem is directly ahead of us. The enemy actually has quite a lot of cover here, and obviously that's making me a bit worried. So I'm just hoping that the cannons can get here. We can reposition them to actually be facing the enemy. In fact, we're going to just go ahead and form a line formation here. Try and get these cannons over here, and I'm already going to just pretty much get them over there in front of the enemy to try and get some shell shot, canister shot, etc. Let's just take a look at the defense the Confederates have set up. So I'm thinking we take our cavalry over to the side and try to charge. But of course, if they get into some sort of, defensive formation or box formation, it's really going to make things a lot more complicated for us. So let's go ahead and grab these guys. And I'm sending them over here. And we could do it on the double quick. We'll go ahead and also take control from the AI. We're going to need to really control these guys. Come on, boys. Interesting. We could actually have the 5th U.S. Cavalry dismount. So perhaps when we get to this location, we'll decide to go ahead and engage the enemy on our actual horses. Let's advance as a line. And I really want to get over there behind the trees. Now, of course, if we start taking fire, we'll stop that line advance in its tracks. Here we go, guys. Artillery also approaching. Actually, they are set up. This is as good a place as any to start opening fire. We need to soften up the location, the Confederate location, if we plan to attack it. Come on, boys. Especially if we don't have any infantry for this attack. This is a hell of a move. Make sure we're getting some hits, and I think we are. With 3 groups of Confederates, it's going to be pretty tough to convince them to move, unless maybe we can send our cavalry back here, knock out their artillery, and maybe they can cause some chaos on the field. Oh, there we go. Reinforcements have arrived. This is what I was hoping for. Now we can actually make a bit of a difference. Let's grab the 3rd Wisconsin. We're going to advance the 3rd Wisconsin up here. They're already in line formation. And, in fact, we could just grab the general, or in this case, actually, it's a brigadier general, and advance over there to where that house is. I will have my men advance by column just to get there quickly once again. And we're also going to grab this cavalry unit, once again take control of the cavalry unit from the AI and just direct it over here. Probably better for us to start engaging the enemy with our infantry before we send out the cavalry to attack them. But who knows if we have enough time to do that. Let's make sure that our artillery is still performing. There we go. That's what I like to see. Of course, you can see a few shells here for sure. The rebels are also firing towards us. So we just have to continue firing and return fire to try and knock out some of their batteries as well. I think that's going to make us not do so well if we don't knock those batteries out quite quickly. Ooh, another group of cavalry. Don't mind if I do. The 6th Pennsylvania. And once again, we're moving by column. Here we go, my friends. It's okay. They're reserving their actual morale and their energy so that they can easily charge that location. But I think the sooner that we start engaging with one of these actual infantry units, the better. Let's see if we can just order them to advance quickly. Yeah, we're going to order a move, and we're just going to order them to go for the double quick. We could do the same with our cavalry, but I don't think we need to right now, again, because we're still waiting for these guys to actually start engaging the enemy. We'll do the same with this guy right here. Target a move, and once again, order a double quick. And yes, of course, the enemy has defenses. On any other battle, I wouldn't do this, guys, but in this particular battle, we're trying to pretty much distract the enemy, and this is a perfect distraction. They can shoot at the 3rd Wisconsin quite easily, while we, of course, maneuver our cavalry to go ahead and just completely flank them. Come on, are we close enough to start firing volleys? Well, let's at least get into line formation. And I think pretty soon our boys will be ready to start firing. Let's go, boys. I know, not the best cover. Not the best cover at all. But if our plan works out, this will all work out just fine. Come on now. So far, the enemy is not targeting us either, which is a little surprising. Let's wheel right there. Focus on combat at this point. And at some point, we should be able to get a visual on the infantry unit there. Who are we facing anyway? It's the 2nd North Carolina. Wow. 2nd North Carolina Cavalry can be pretty beasty. All right, here we go. 5th U.S. Cavalry. You're going to have to be the heroes of this battle. I think finally our men are going to do a volley. So let's go ahead and move them over here. We're going to focus on moving. Double quick. Come on, men. Our first attempt at charging the Confederates. And, of course, it would be even better if we had these guys up here. Let's go ahead and make sure that they are in line formation. And we will wheel to the left so that we're facing the enemy directly. U.S. Cavalry, prepare to charge. Here we go, boys. Charge! I don't think they're going to have time to get into square formation, which would work out perfectly for us here, guys. The glorious 5th U.S. Cavalry charging. Oh, are they going to get into square formation? They're trying to. They are certainly trying to. Wipe them out, boys. Cut them down and leave no prisoners. These rebels have had more than a chance to fight. And look at that. They actually got on their horses. I did not expect to be facing actual enemy cavalry. I didn't even think about it when I saw... I think I read 2nd North Carolina Infantry. That is just insane. Well, fair enough. The cavalry fight begins. Move up even more, boys. I hope that we're getting some serious assistance from these guys firing up here. And, in fact, we can take that other cavalry unit and move them into the fight as well. Come on, boys. Once again, we'll make them go on the double quick. And I believe, yes, we ordered those Confederates to run away. But, unfortunately, our men are continuing to follow. Not sure if this is a great idea. We might want to bring our boys back. I think they've done enough damage here to the Confederates, to the rebels. Fire, boys. Do we have some actual guns here to shoot? I think we do. Let's open up. Come on. We're going to bring up the 2nd unit, boys. And we'll also push the infantry forward over here. We're so close to being able to secure this position, but we still have a secondary position up there that we definitely want to go for. I don't think those rebels are coming back, period. So here's what we're going to do. Let's grab this unit. We are tired, but I think ready for a fight. Fifth U.S. Cavalry, charge! Since these guys are advancing, we could probably charge with them as well. Let's do it. Charge. Oh, I think we got to get a little bit closer. Of course, the enemy's going to try to get on their horses, but we're also getting some pretty good shots just from our standard infantry here. So hopefully we can knock down a few before they're even able to get on those damn horses. And it looks like our own men got off their horses and are now on the ground. Now, can we get into square formation? I don't believe we can, at least not right now. And I'm going to halt that infantry. Just halt, damn it. You can shoot from here. Alright, this is something I always worry about. We're going to charge with our cavalry. Bullet, stop that. Here we go. For the Union, boys. Yeah, we have to taken control of AI. Now, we are actually in control of this area right now. Unfortunately, the Confederates won that little fight there. Our men did not surrender, but, of course, our men are in not the best situation. Lost a lot of Union men there, as you can see, so let's try and get some vengeance here with the 2nd U.S. Cavalry Reserve Brigade. I think we can do this. We can stop these rebels. Come on, boys. At least open fire. If you're not going to charge, open fire. Here we go. Get some volleys here on the Confederate cavalry. Here we go. Yep, rebels are going to run away. I'm going to try to knock down as many as possible, and at this distance, our guys should be able to knock down a bunch of them. There you go. You can see them dropping like flies. It's exactly what we want. You're not escaping this battlefield. Let's keep advancing, boys. We are so close to victory. Again, at least in this area, but I believe that carries on. I'm actually going to wheel our guys around. Oh, wrong unit, sorry. Huh. Alright, so maybe we just have to move out of this formation. It might be because we have so many of our own units here already. Let's see if we have any more reinforcements that we could use. Yeah, another cavalry unit, the 8th Illinois. Oh, and a bunch more. Okay, guys, we're obviously going to move these guys up to that location almost immediately. I'll grab this general. Actually, this colonel. I always find it crazy how in the American Civil War, certain groups or large units are led by a colonel, and sometimes the same unit with the same amount of men is led by a general. It's quite interesting. I want to make sure that they're going on the double quick, so let's make that happen. Yes, they'll be tired, but we need to advance to the battlefield. Alright, let's see how things are going so far. Still engaging those Confederates over there, and of course it's going to be a Virginia cavalry unit. Another Virginia cavalry unit, of course. Now I think it's time to go ahead and mount our horses. Same over here for this unit. Oh, sorry, this is our infantry brigade. So let's mount our horses and advance to the next position. Here we go. Once again, we're going to make sure that movement is double quick. I mean, come on, we have cavalry. We've got to make use of that. Got to take advantage of the cavalry itself. Now, I'm starting to see, wow, a lot of rebels retreating to that second position. At least we scared the hell out of them. Have we accomplished our goal? I'm not sure. I think only time will tell. Now, this location is ours, and our men continue to advance. But, of course, we still got some rebels over there being problematic. And I think, actually, the group of the 17th Pennsylvania Cavalry can cause a lot of damage to them. So we're going to double-quick with these guys and go for a charge. Of course, they'll do what they did last time and probably go ahead and suddenly summon their horses. But if we can catch them off guard, we can actually charge them before that happens. No, come on. I didn't tell you to stop. Got to take control from the AI there. So it allows us to make bad decisions. All right, boys. Charge for Pennsylvania and for President Lincoln. There we go. They're going to try to get on their horses, but I think we actually caught them off guard this time. At least a little bit. Come on, cut them down. Cut them down, boys. What are you waiting for? There we go. I think we've got some retreating rebels. That's what we want to see, guys. Keep on moving. I'm not going to have these guys go on a double quick march because I want them to reserve their energy for that final charge. But for sure, those rebels are on the run. I'm actually surprised that they are not surrendering yet because this is just going to be a massacre. Our men have their sabers out. They're more than ready to kill everybody on the field. They've lost plenty of their friends to these rebels hanging out behind this stone wall, especially over here in this location, and I don't think they're going to be sparing anybody. While we're at it, we might as well move up our artillery. So let's grab this fellow. And we've got another unit advancing, guys. Another infantry unit. And again, we'll go column by sections. Or column by line, I should say. So that they'll get there quickly. And as for these guys, the 33rd Massachusetts. Try to push them up here as quickly as possible. But I think it's going to take a little while, actually, for them to get up here. And some of these guys will keep right here because they're holding the position. And remember, in this game, it's not like when you take a position, you just automatically have it. If you leave that position, it will become neutral. So you want to have as many men as possible sort of defending that area. Look at that group of rebel cavalry. Put your odds or your bets down below, guys, as to what you think is going to happen. Because, of course, we will be advancing very soon. And probably going for a charge even sooner. Come on, boys. And as you can see, because they're cavalry, even though we've been really pushing them, they just now are kind of winded. And I think they'll also probably regain quite a lot of energy very quickly. Here we go, a chance to knock out some rebel artillery. Don't mind if I do. Charge! Brandy Station is ours, man. That's just the way it's gonna be. There we go, we captured it. Wow, did those cannons just automatically become U.S. cannons? I did not know that could happen. Okay. Hopefully those will be used against the enemy, but look at the defenses they have here waiting for us. This is going to be really just putting everything on the line, a bit of a Hail Mary pass, as it were. This would have to be one of the largest cavalry battles in the entire war, would it not? I mean, this is insanity. All right, they've dismounted. No surprise there. All right, I'm going to begin the assault. I think it's time. Come on, boys. All together. Victory must be ours under any circumstances. Let's go. Apparently this guy's got to get a little bit closer. I thought he was going to be able to join that attack, but no, sir. So if that first attack fails, we'll have a second group of very determined cavalry prepared for attack number 2. Let's see how it goes. Wow, what a beautiful battlefield right now, guys. Just absolutely beautiful. But will they get back on their horses? That's the question. It looks like some of them have already. Do we have enough men to finish them off once and for all here? I don't know. I'm going to keep on moving these guys forward. Some of them are winded. Some of them are okay. But I want to get them in the actual fight, especially since now we've got a group of Confederates here laying down some fire. It looks like our men have taken that cue as well. Probably a good idea. And this is what happens when you don't take direct control from AI. Essentially, if the unit thinks it's got a better sort of solution or plan, they'll go ahead and do it. And I think in this case, they did do the better solution for sure. It also looks like our men have secured this area. Look at those rebels running. They don't even have their horses. And it looks like even the Brigadier General William H.F. Rooney Lee is trying to get out here and save his own skin. I think we've taken every single position on the battlefield, if I'm not mistaken. We've got that one. We've got that one. This has got to be a victory, my friends. At this point, we just need to consolidate that victory. Few rebels still not accepting the inevitability of our victory here. They're still trying to fight us off, but we're not going to let that happen very easily. Get up there, Illinois Cavalry. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoy Scourge of War videos like this, hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and also consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you want to support me more directly, then the best way you can do that is join me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AgrippaMaxentius and just donate bits there. If you're really desperate, you can always send me a PayPal through AgrippaMaxentius@gmail.com. But I think the bits are really more communal. It's totally up to you. All right, here we go, my friends. We're actually going to wheel left because they're trying to reform, and we've also got some enemies trying to reform over here. Let's see how they're doing. Now, the problem is now our boys over here are exhausted. No, they're just winded. They're just winded. Yeah, this is actually the best thing to do. get them off their horses, and start opening fire. Got another group of our own cavalry approaching, guys, so I'm going to actually order them to double quick there. And a lot of infantry back here. Come on now, man. We don't really need them, that's true, but I really would like to get them up here. We got a real shootout here at Brandy Station. And, oh, could we get a lucky kill on that Brigadier General? Technically, we could. But again, it is going to take a lot of luck. And I'm pushing forward with the Illinois Cavalry. I don't mind them. I don't mind if they remain in that position, shooting. But I want them to actually get close enough to actually shoot the enemy, especially if they can start getting volleys here on a flank. And of course, the closer we are, the more damage we're going to do. Just basic accuracy. So here we go. Let's stop, halt, and our boys will begin firing at will. Definitely want to take control from the AI because I think that's good enough. Fire away, boys. I think Uncle Abe is going to be very happy here. I don't see us losing. I remember why we kept these guys here. They're holding that position. Oh, it looks like that victory position disappeared. Don't tell me there's going to be another one back here. I don't think so. I mean, we absolutely outnumber them in terms of manpower. Just six casualties, but this is a group of 347 men. So you can see how the scale alters if you're playing kind of a smaller battle. It really shows like each individual soldier, because that is about 347 units exactly on the field. And oh yes, those Confederates are definitely going down quickly. Just got to keep up this volley, and eventually they're going to have to break. Besides, we hold the position, so we kind of are in charge at this point. I was worried it's going to take a little while for those cannons to arrive, and yeah, it's going to take quite a long time. Guess we can start firing with these guys, the cannons we have actually taken from the Confederates. And what's this? Wow, the 17th Pennsylvania Cavalry is also still operational. Might as well start firing at the enemy there. I'm surprised we don't already have a target on them. Come on. Oh, that's because our men are panicked. Come on, boys. Yeah, we can definitely see them here. Let's halt. Fire at will. Also got our cavalry arriving. They're winded, but they should be good for one more charge. These guys are going to do much better. They're fresh. So I'm going to order them forward, and I will order them to charge downhill. Kind of downhill. Yeah, it is definitely kind of downhill. All the Confederates. I hope we get a downhill charge bonus. Here we go. Charge! Cut down that Bonnie Blue flag and raise the federal flag, men. Here we go. Get rid of those stars and bars. I think these units might actually surrender. Or are they just being crazy? I think maybe the Confederates are being a little bit crazy right now. Let's grab these boys. We're going to charge with them too. A little bit too late. So they're just going to open fire. But yeah, the rebels are definitely trying to kind of run back past our position. I'm not sure what their idea is here. But we're just going to shoot them all over the place. So just keep firing. And there we go. A surrendered Confederate unit. That's more like it. We've taken the 9th Virginia Cavalry captive. And I just don't see any way that the enemy can dislodge us from these positions. I think we've got this one in the bag, guys. look at the bright side. At least you guys won't be going to Andersonville. Although, to be honest, even though, Andersonville is really the best-known prison camp of the American Civil War, don't think that the Union had prison camps that were any better. In fact, a lot of what the Union would use would be barges in New York Harbor, etc., and pretty much barges full of Confederate prisoners where they would get very, very ill. Cholera ran rampant. So both sides, in terms of prison camps, didn't do a very good job. But man, what a sacrifice for our men. We, of course, managed to take the position. I'm just not sure what else could possibly happen here. We have taken all the victory points. Are we waiting for perhaps an enemy counterattack? I'm not sure. But guys, I'll return here when the battle has concluded or when maybe another enemy unit appears. We'll get one more close-up look at the actual damage on the battlefield itself. I think that's absolutely an important part of the fight. Just incredible here. Man. 2 barriers of enemy units, and we, of course, succeeded. A lot of dead rebels here, but I think it's going to be mostly our men. We're going to have more casualties than the enemy, just because of those defensive positions. Very easy to defend from those areas, not to mention the fact that we've got a lot of cavalry that had to charge into these areas while getting shot at. I think that's going to make the enemy, again, have less casualties than us. But I think since we've taken all these prisoners, we might end up coming out on top either way. She's just going to send this cavalry out there to sort of scope out the area, see if we can't come across any more Confederates. All right, guys, there we go. A major victory. It says here was the prettiest cavalry fight that you ever saw. So the adjutant stretching his legs and lighting a cigar. So just an amazing win there. Let's take a look at the battle details. Enemy casualties 507. I correctly assumed that we had more casualties, but we still won. We got over there, guys. We took the position. Unfortunately, Colonel Thomas C. Devlin did get killed, but the captain, the brigadier general, the major, everybody else was fine. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Remember to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, and glory to the Union.